What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Bears News Network. I'm your host, Mike Anderson, alongside with my co-host, DeAndre Cootie Hicks, where we bring you the latest Chicago Bears news and rumors. Also, if you are a Chicago Bears fan, please hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it over here, and hit the bell icon so you can be notified
Yes,
every time
yes.
we drop a video. We give out prizes and pairs of tickets. So you have to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon, because if we say your name, announce your name, you will not know unless you hit that bell icon and be notified every time we drop a video.
Yes.
Okay. Also, if you are interested in jersey purchases, Chicago Bears, Bulls, any Chicago sports, our guy Derek over at Sports Dungeon Chi-Town over there on Facebook. Our guy Derek, a good friend of ours. He has jerseys by the boatload. All you have to do is go over there, enjoy, and use Bears News Net 1, and you will get 10% off any jersey by using our promotion code. So go over there and check it out if you guys haven't had jerseys. Go ahead or go over there and get your jersey so you can see your team play in your new jersey.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Cody. So big year 3 for Justin Fields this year. Um, man, what do you look forward to seeing out of Justin this year with the changes that's been made? But before that, we're gonna get to the changes that they made. They made a lot of changes. They brought
Yeah.
in DJ Moore in the trade from Carolina for, the number one overall pick that we had in the draft. They went to go out and get Nate Davis. They drafted Darnell Wright. They brought in Tyler Scott, another receiver. They went out and they added a lot to that running back room, and by going to getting D'Onta Foreman, drafting Roshan Johnson, and then going to get Travis Homer too. And
Yeah.
then they went out and get beefed up the tight end room and have a nice now 1-2 punch with Cole Kmet and Robert Tunyon. And man, when
Yeah.
you just look at this team overall, they got better in all positions overall. And man,
Yes.
so when you look at that, Cody, how do you feel? Like, should this be a breakout season for Justin?
Oh yeah, I think with all those changes, this will be that make or break year. It will determine, will he get an extension once that rookie contract is up? Do we continue to invest in him? All of that. So what I'm seeing is at the end of this season, one thing that should happen, he should have a winning record. This should be his first season with a winning record. If he can make playoffs, but it's just about that more improvement. Definitely more passing yards, and just like I said, just more improvement toward that. It should just be a big leap from it was last year. Now that he had the help and protection that he needs.
Yeah, most definitely. It should be most definitely a big leap. Um, the team is set up now for him to succeed.
Yeah,
Ryan Post put, it's still a lot that needs to be done. Like with this team, we're not where we want to be. We're not a Super Bowl team yet. Some may argue
right.
we're a fringe playoff team, but we're not exactly that playoff team that everybody know. Like, yeah, they're going to be in the playoffs every year for sure. We're not there. We're like a year away. I give us another year, we be a good playoff slash arguably a Super Bowl team. Give us another year or two for sure. But I can see, like, with the changes that he made this year, Ryan Poles, there's no doubt Justin should take a big leap. You get you got your number one wide receiver. You got better offensive line help. You got more weapons to throw
Yeah,
to. You got more running backs in the running back room is so full, so that could take pressure off of him as far as running the ball. Now he can focus on more being a passer and getting the ball out, and now using his legs as the last resort if there's nothing out there. We know what he can do with his legs. So I'm just excited, man. I think he's going to take a big leap. Everything is set up. He's been working hard on, getting the ball out quicker, his throwing motion, and just working on his footwork and timing. Everybody around Hollis Hall is raving about him. So, yeah, man, we just excited, man. How do you guys see Justin Fields year 3 planning out, man? Do you guys see a big year from Justin in year 3? We want to hear from you guys, man. Let us know. Do you see a big year 3 from our quarterback, Justin Fields, in 2023? We want to know your thoughts. Put them right underneath this
yes,
video. Okay, Cody. OTAs was last week. There were some missing people out of OTAs. A couple of notable names that was missing out of OTAs is Jalen Johnson, Nate Davis, and our boy Eddie Jackson. So out of those names that was missing, who do you feel like is the most that we should be worried about out of those?
Out of those names, even with Nate Davis being the newest addition, I'm still looking at Jalen Johnson. Just because he's the younger of that group, he has the most. I feel like to lose, but it gives you the most questions because like I said, Eddie's he's a veteran presence. We know what he is. He's probably waiting on the mandatory things. And Nate Davis also, and also those two they about a little bit of injury, so might want to preserve themselves until they have to come. Like I said, the mandatory things. But Jalen Johnson is just like you're a younger guy. You really try to make a name. You want to be able to be in the league for a long time. So I would think that you want to follow more things, even if they're involuntary, like you did. You just want to do those all the team activities with the team.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna say Johnson with you as well. I'm not too worried about, like you said, Eddie Jackson. He's coming off that, that injury, still trying to get acclimated, get his feet and stuff back under him. And plus he's an older veteran player as well too. So I would like to just, let Eddie just continue to rehab and just be ready. As long as he's ready by the start of the season, I'm fine, with
Yeah,
Eddie taking his time off. Nate Davis as well, another veteran. You know what he brings to the table. You just signed him, so you don't have, there's no contract issues there or anything like that that's, staggering him from, showing up to OTAs. It probably could have been some personal reasons, family things, you never know. So I'm not too really worried about him. Jalen Johnson, if it wasn't a contract year for him, I wouldn't be worried, but since it is, and
yeah,
how he said he wanted to get something done, how him and Ryan Post been trying to get something done, but they haven't been able to. They've been talking about
mm,
getting this done since like January, February, and still we're here, and the season's getting closer, and they haven't came to an extension. So, and if he said he wants to be a leader of this team, leaders show up when they don't have to set an example for
right.
other younger players. So that's another thing. You say you want to get paid. You say you want to be a leader, um, but why aren't you not here? And that's one thing I did respect about Roquan Smith. Not only Roquan Smith said he wanted to be a leader, he wanted to get paid. Roquan Smith, even though he didn't do activities, he still showed up, showed his face, still showed that, that leadership to say, okay, even though I'm going through my personal issues with my contract, I'm not going to do my teammates like this. I'm still going to be an example for my teammates, be a good veteran
Yeah,
example for my teammates, good leadership. And that's one thing I did appreciate about Roquan Smith. But like you said, Jalen Johnson, he wants to be a leader. Leaders lead when no one has to tell them to, and that's why I'm getting a little worried because I feel like the it's starting to boil up slowly. Like it's starting to get there slowly. And
yeah.
I just hope that they're able to come to some type of contract extension agreement. Ryan Post said that he would love to have him, but Cootie, how many times have we heard I want to keep the player, but
Oh
it
yeah, but
never
everything
happens.
else doesn't line up.
Everything else doesn't line up. But man, that's just how I feel. I hope everything's okay, but it got me a little bit scratching my head about
Yeah.
him missing it a little bit. But we want to know, man, how do you guys feel about uh, Jalen Johnson missing OTAs? Should we be worried about Jalen Johnson missing OTAs? We want to know. Let us know your thoughts right underneath the video. Okay, Cootie, that was an interesting stat, man. We was just talking about how it's a big year three for Justin and how he did good last year without having the necessarily, I wouldn't say great pieces, but competent pieces where he could have done some, some better
Right.
than just him on himself. Now we have good and competent pieces around us. And what he did without those against the Eagles and the Cowboys, it was an interesting stat that was said about Justin against, the Eagles and the Cowboys last year. The number two Cowboys defense and the number six Eagles defense in the league. Justin did he put up 31 for 44. He was at a 70.5 completion. He had 303 yards, 6.8 yards average. He had four TDs, zero interceptions, and he had 119.8 passer rate. And
Mm-hmm.
that's good numbers against two elite defenses
Right.
without having the competent pieces, without having a number one wide receiver, without having a 1-2 punch at tight end, without having a good, not even great, but just a competent, solid offensive line. And
Right.
now you have all these things. The sky's the limit, man. You can't tell me that he's not going to take a jump and be better against great defenders, like great defenses now, because he has all the necessary pieces in place for him to be successful this year. No excuses.
Yeah.
All
And
right,
I
what
got
you
one
think?
for you. Yeah, also got an
Okay.
interesting fact for you, Mike. So, they compared D'Onta Foreman and Nick Chubb week 17 to 18 performances. And
Mm,
let me tell you how they match up. So you got Foreman with 191 carries, Chubb with 192. Yards, they both have 876. Touchdowns, they both have 5. And then carries of 15 yards or more, they both have 12. And then this is where it gets a little bit different. You have 32 tackles missed by Foreman, and then you have 41 tackles missed by Chubb. But when you hear those numbers, you'll think that you're talking about the same guy.
yeah, yeah. Them numbers are man almost identical. Like they
Yes.
almost identical, man. So if you don't sleep on Deontay Foreman, everybody.
You're
Don't
right.
sleep on this man.
What you say, don't be surprised if Matt Eberflus said that's his week one starter, right?
Yeah, don't be surprised if that's the week one starter. Because yeah, with those numbers, man, yeah, he's basically man, and he played back up to Christian McCaffrey last year before he got traded.
Right.
And his number, he would have had probably over 1,000 yards rushing if he wasn't playing backup sometimes during the season. So you're right. That's a good, interesting stat, Cootie. And yeah, people don't sleep on Deontay Foreman being our Week One starting running back. Like I know a lot of people will be upset, but they
It's
see stuff at
warranted.
camp that we don't see, people. So
Yeah.
let's just trust Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus on the decision if they do decide to do that. I learned to just trust and pose at this point, Cody.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna question nothing
And
that he's gonna
polls we
do anymore.
trust. And polls
And
we
pose we
trust.
trust. I'm not even gonna question his thought process no more. Cause when stuff look like it don't work out, and then we sit back and we look and be like, okay, now we see what he was doing. We get it now. Okay, it all makes sense
And
now.
they
So
be things that it seems like only he can get done.
exactly. So that's why I said I trust in Ryan Pose, man. But let us know. Matter of fact, let us know. Do you guys believe in Ryan Poles in this process? Matter of fact, we
Yeah,
want to know
yeah.
that. That's the question. Do you guys believe in Ryan Poles in this process? Me and Cootie believe in him. Sometimes it didn't look good when he got rid of Mac and it started fresh, but everything looked better now. So let us know. Put your comments right underneath the video. Also, like we said, if you are a Chicago
Yes.
Bears fan, please hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can be notified every time we drop a video. We
Yes.
always give out prizes and we give out pairs of tickets a couple times a year. So you have to be a subscriber to be eligible to win anything. And then we always announce winners. So you need to hit that bell icon so you could be notified to see if your name is being
Yes.
called on one of the episodes as well. So anything else, Cootie, we want to get into before we get out of here?
Oh no, man. Like we said last time, it's just closer and closer. We right there at the door, man. The season's about to start. You finna see how all these moves and things changes, how they gonna help Justin Fields and our team, our organization.
Yeah, man. I'm excited, man. I'm just excited to see what they gonna do. I'm excited for the 1-2 punch with him and DJ Moore. I don't know, Cootie. I'm tired. I'm just
You know,
ready
we
for the
start
season to start.
like kids, man. Again, kids at a candy store almost, man. We anxious and
When
excited.
you had that field trip, when you got that field trip the next day that you excited, you
Yeah,
don't even want to go to sleep. You just staying up all night, just feeling like I can't wait to go to school tomorrow. I'm so
yeah.
excited for this
Look,
trip. That's how I am. Like I'm
I
just
can't wait
excited,
till
man.
game one, week one.
Don't even go to sleep the day before the game. Just stay up all night, just
Look,
ready for the game.
right, just prepping for game day.
But man, we appreciate you guys over here. That's another one from us over here at Bears News Network, man. We appreciate you. And like we said, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon
Please,
so you can
yes,
be notified. And like me and Cootie always say, bear down.
Bear down.